Okay, so in this video we're picking up with the Farallon 25. It's been a while since we made a video for the Farallon. The customer's been working hard. You can see the product of his hard work. The deck and the non-skid is all done. Everything looks really sharp and clean. He's got his windows in, or some of his windows in. He's putting them in as we speak. And the next thing we're going to be doing here is whipping up an exhaust and putting together the steering system. So we've got a few pieces here. We've got our SMX flange. These are nice because they have the offset, nice big area to weld to, the pyrometer hole, and then we've got a couple elbows, schedule 10, and now we're going to just kind of tack up a few things and see how we can route the exhaust here. Alright, this is how we make our hose barbs. Got a piece of, about 3-inch long piece of pipe. It's a little over 1.5 OD. First thing we do is put it in and face it off. Then I'm going to clean up the inside so it'll ride good on the center. Alright, so you can see we've got our SMX flange. We used a short piece of 4-inch pipe and then a short radius. These high mount turbos are nice and simple and clean. High mount turbo with a V-drive configuration makes for a clean exhaust system. And so all we have here is a cut section of pipe, short radius, and one of our custom made bells. This is all just tacked up. We're going to leave it tacked until the customer he's making up his own FRP elbow. He's doing a lot of his own fiberglass work, and so he's going to make up his own elbow, and then we can make any adjustments to this to get it to tie in just right, and then we'll do the final welding and we'll polish the bell. While we're waiting for the FRP elbow, we can start on the steering system. Mock-up shaft in there, and that's about it so far. So here's the steering for the Farallon. We got our ram here, tiller arm, and our plate for all the steering hardware, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so the first part is pretty straightforward. We're going to cut this, just drill that out, get the bearing mounted on there, and get all that lined up with the dummy shaft, and then get the bell brackets to the stringers. Alright, floating in the brackets with some Cabosil and Q-cell filler right there in between the stringer. We got the plate clamped on there that holds those brackets flat, those L brackets flat. Step by step, huh?
I know, it's a long process.
Alright, here's the helm pump just set in here. No lines yet. You have to route lines. Okay, here's the steering system. You can see we've got the plate attached to the stringers with some L brackets floated in with Q-cell and Cabosil. We did all that on a nice wide plate of aluminum, 3/8 by 8. And we've got the bearing mounted, the tiller, and then the ram bolted in. Next up, we need to do the keyway and run the lines, tie rod in, and we'll be in business here. Alright, we got the custom FRP elbow here, hooked up to the hose and hook up to our exhaust. It's still tacked, So the next step is just to do the finish welding. Okay, time to weld this up. Next thing we're going to do is cut this off here. It's tacked on, but there's no hole in there, so we'll cut the hole on the plasma torch. And we're also going to just take the bell all the way off of here and polish it out. We have to take it all the way off to cut it because there's an inner wall. We don't want to cut through that. Take it all the way apart, cut all these tacks, polish the bell, cut the hole, and then start putting it all back together for the final time. Okay, we plasma cut the hole. Now we'll just use the die grinder with the burr to clean it up a little bit. Alright, here we go, all cleaned up. Ready to be welded. Okay, I got the hole cut. Now I'm just going to sand and polish the bell. Okay, and now it's polished up. Just weld it back together. Okay, here's the bell all polished out with the barb and everything. The rest of the exhaust welded up. Now I'm just going to put this on here, line it up with some marks I got. Okay, it's all done. Everything's welded, polished, ready to go. Next up, we'll order a custom wrap and install it, and that'll be it.